It may be one of the tougher tracks of the 2024 campaign. It's the Virginia International Raceway, and we're here for 3 rounds of USF Juniors racing. Ready to roll here today with the first of three of a triple header here at VIR. My name is Rob Howden, the voice of this USF Pro Championships presented by Continental Tire. And the driver of the day right now on pole for the first qualifying session from D-Force Racing, Bruno Ribeiro. Bruno coming off Barber Motorsports Park, making a statement today. Tell me about that qualifying run.
Well, the qualifying was pretty good. It was a pretty hectic session. Everyone was trying to find a lap. Everyone was backing up. And I think the reason we got pole today was we just kept our heads down. We worked on the setup since practice, and it was a pretty good lap, pretty good session for me.
It was also the last lap, too. I know a lot of action out there. Some guys were going super slow. You were able to find some room on the final lap. Did you gap yourself to get that room?
Yes, of course. In this field with a lot of drivers, a lot of talented drivers, you need to back yourself up. You need to get a gap, and I think we nailed that perfectly. I also got a good lap, and I'm really happy with that qualifying, yes.
We've seen you on top before. That was at the test last year at Sebring. You were quick there. So here you're a P1, starting from pole position. Any thoughts on how you're going to handle the first lap, or is it just kind of seeing what plays out?
I think we're gonna just go and see how the race plays out. I'm really confident that we can get a very good result. We're gonna try to be aggressive, of course, but we're gonna race clean. We're gonna race with the rules, and that's how we do things.
Bruno Ribeiro, folks, starting on pole, his first pole position here in his career in the USF Pro Championships. When we get back after this break, again, full lineup for USF Juniors race number 1. 2 weekends in the books for the 2024 USF Juniors Championship. And as we come into VIR, this guy beside me is your point leader, Sebastian Weldon. Sebastian, let's just start with the first couple of weekends. Pretty happy with the way things have gone?
Yeah, I'm pretty happy, especially since we have the championship lead. And I'm just hoping that we can get a pretty good round in at VIR and extend our championship lead.
And we come back to a place you won at last year, your first win in the Skip Barber program. You went on to win the championship. Over the first couple of weekends, all the testing, do you feel like you've really come to grips with this new car?
Yeah, it's definitely a fun car to drive, and I felt like the Skip Barber car has helped me transition pretty well to the juniors car.
I know we're kind of going into this really the first half of the season. You're not thinking championship yet, right? Still win races. What's it take to win at this track? It's a long track. Drafting is such a key.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be an interesting race since the other long straightaways and, you know, a lot of racing going on, but I just have to keep my nose clean. We
look down the rest of the schedule, other races coming up, Mid-Ohio, Road America, Portland. Is there one of those three you're really excited to get to?
Probably Road America or Mid-Ohio. I know those tracks pretty well.
All right, so is it going to be a couple of wins here this weekend?
I'm going to try my best.
There you go. 100% trying his best, folks. We have a full field, 23 drivers set to go. Race number 1 here from VIR. After this commercial break, we'll come back with a full driver lineup.
You can feel confident Continental is the smart choice in tires.
Can they handle extremes?
Yep. Tested from the Texas desert to near the Arctic Circle.
Really?
Really.
Anything for the guy who finds that one pothole?
Yeah, road hazard coverage has your back.
For real?
Absolutely.
Were they made by, like, a bajillion engineers?
Well, closer to 100. Continental. Welcome to the smart choice in tires.
Welcome back to Virginia International Raceway for the first of 3 events here in the Continental Tire VIR Grand Prix. Drivers here at USF Juniors, the first rung of the USF Pro Championships presented by Continental Tires, ready to roll onto the racetrack here now. In fact, they are on track. Pace lap underway. And it will be Bruno Ribeiro, the D-Force driver we talked to in the pre-show. Ready to go from pole position in the number 16 machine, the Brazilian, starting on the inside of row number 1. On the outside for Inter MS, it's Ariel Elkin from Israel, the number 25. That driver for Inter MS, as I said, starting outside of row 1. He'll be on the pole for race number 2 tomorrow morning. Row number 2 has his teammate, Augusto Soto Sharipa, on the inside in the Inter MS number 24. And on the outside, Jack Jeffers from Exclusive Autosport scored his first win en route to 3rd place in the championship last year. The number 92 Texan rolling off from P4. Row number 3 now, your point leader, Sebastian Weldon in the number 98 in an all VRD row 3. He'll start on the inside, the driver out of Florida, and from Hoboken, New Jersey on the outside, a winner earlier this year, also a winner in USF 2000 competition this year. That's Max Taylor in the number 33. Row number 4, starting on the inside, currently 3rd place in points, Liam McNeely, a winner from NOLA Motorsports Park. The Englishman for Jay Howard Driver Development, leading 2 full rows of Jay Howard drivers. McNeely on the inside in the number 9. Timothy Carell on the outside in the number 8 machine. Carell out of Pacific Palisades, California. We'll go to the end of the top 10. G3 Argyros, another one of our Californians in the number 63, starting on the inside, alongside Canadian Aiden Ingrata. In the number 7, the rookie driver for Jay Howard. Driver development, again, row 4, row 5, all Jay Howard. Row number 6, Leonardo Scorpioni, 55 on the side of the card. Zanella Racing the machine. It'll be the 11th place starting spot for Scorpioni. He'll start alongside two-time Skip Barber Formula Race Series runner-up Joshua Leonel out of Texas for D-Force Racing. Moving now up to row number 8, to row number 7 rather. On the inside, it'll be Joao Vergara from Brazil and Miami, Florida in the number 90. All exclusive Autosport on row number 7. The Canadian Anthony Martello starting alongside his teammate in the number 95. Row number 8 now, we'll have Brady Golan on the inside, the Texan for D-Force Racing, and his teammate Leandro Juncos on the outside. Row 9, Christian Cameron and Rodrigo Gonzalez. Row 10, Patricio Gonzalez and Diego Guillo. Row number 11, Hudson Potter and Michael Succo, and Michael Boyadzis starting at the tail of the field. 23 drivers set to go here, rounds number 6, 7, and 8 of this year's USF Juniors program. On track here this weekend at VIR. A very interesting and maybe a little controversial qualifying session. A lot of drivers having trouble going super slow on the track. They did not get up to speed. Race director was not happy with that at all. We had a quick meeting about it, expecting good racing here today. Indeed, field set. Time to go racing here, 15 laps or 40 minutes, and we are underway. Green, green, green. And here comes the run down into turn number 1. Field slotting in nicely on the inside. The outside line gets a pretty good grip around the outside here. The 25 of Elkin knows that. He'll try to go around the outside, and he does. Elkin, I believe, right to the lead. There is room around the outside. One of the D-Force drivers off the track to the outside at turn number 1 and 2. Potentially, wonder if the start was actually waved off or not. Looking over at race control here. Another driver off the track, dropping a wheel coming in at turn number 3. It looks like we are racing. They'll work their way down the backstretch of the racetrack here now. Again, I'm looking around to see if we have full course yellow. I got some kind of an indication they may have waved off the start. I can't see it from my start-finish line here or where I am positioned. Indeed, around the outside with Ariel Elkin. I believe we may be full course yellow right now. Trying to get an update from race control to find out what's going on here trackside. Trying to get an update here from race control. Being told a car has come to a stop over in turn number 13. So a little bit of input there from race control. Car off in turn number 13. So we did go green, but indeed there was an issue. So getting back at it here. Not the start we were looking for. Got a couple of cameras I can pick up around the track, and I don't see it right now. I don't think I have access to turn number 13. Which there isn't really a 13. 12 out of Oak Tree, 14 down the far part of the racetrack. So somewhere on track there is a car off. Field working its way back up the straightaway. You can see them coming out of the final corner here, turn number 17 here at VIR. And they will line up behind the pace car. Elkin took the lead around the outside. We'll see whether or not they decide to go back with a full course caution to a complete restart here. Yeah, I'm looking at live timing right now, and at this point, still up on the qualifying board. So field working its way down the back. Got to the drone shot here right now as they come out of the early complex of corners, 2, 3, 4 through to 4, 5, and 6. The snake, then back up the long back straightaway through the S's 7, 8, and 9. Back through turn number 10, the picturesque Virginia International Raceway. .27-mile, 16-turn road course. Map I have says 17, but we'll play it by ear. Qualifying record last year, Ethan Hoa, 155.3. Jack Jefferson, 154.719. Of course, different tire compound this year, 154.366. Bruno Ribeiro in that opening session. Resetting the qualifying record. Race record that says set by Jack Jefferson, 154.619, one of the winners last year. Winner of the other two races, the triple header, went on to win the championship. That was Nicholas Giaffoni for D-Force Racing. Scored 2 wins here. Jeffers backed it up with a win in the final event of the triple header here at VIR. So one car we said had an issue, not quite sure which that car that was at this point. Pace car still has the lights on top. The safety vehicle still I think they're trying to flat tow that car back. When they come through here, I'll try to see if I can't do a visual top 10 for you. There's the number 7 of Aiden Ingrata. Ingrata starting in the 10th spot. A lot of speed here on the weekend for Aiden. Very happy with the way the car was handling. On track, Ribeiro has got the lead back, so they probably went back to Ribeiro. Looks like they are potentially running as they qualified. So I'm going to say probably a non-official start then. I did get potential word that they may have waved off the start, even though they raced it hard into turn 1, 2, and 3. Maybe just go right back to an official start. Waiting to get a kind of an update on that. Should be a single file restart, I'm being told as well. So again, not quite sure which driver it was who brought that essentially full course yellow out, not being able to get around in the opening circuit. It's a warm day here at VIR. Started off pretty nice. It was about 72 degrees. They set a scheduled high, or a forecasted high of 88. We're at 89 already, so mercury continues to rise here trackside. Last event of the day here at the Continental Tire VIR Grand Prix. We have 2 events on the docket for tomorrow. 10 a.m. start for race number 2, 1:25 start for race number 3. Again, rounds 6, 7, and 8. From here, they head to Mid-Ohio with IndyCar, USF Pro 2000, and USF 2000. From there, back with USAC at Road America in August, early August, and we'll wrap everything up at the end of August. All 3 series of the USF Pro Championships will wrap up the program. It's part of the Portland Grand Prix out in Oregon. Crown some champions, give out a ton of scholarship money as well, those who've been following along. Over $1.68 million up for grabs this year in scholarships. The USF Pro 2000 champ taking home $681,000 plus to make the move to Indy next. Scholarship worth over $458,000 for USF 2000 and over $263,000 for the drivers in USF Juniors. Also on the docket here this weekend, the Skip Barber Formula Race Series. That champion being awarded $100,000 to move from Skip Barber into USF Juniors in 2025. Being told lights out on the pace car as we get set to go. We'll be able to get back at it. Single file restart, we're being told, here we go. I believe back at it. Indeed, they were told to punch off coming out of turn number 17, so we are racing down into turn number 1. Elkin right there. You'll see it when they punch up. Elkin right on the gearbox as they work their way now down into turn number 1. Ooh, a little bit of argy-bargy there, a little bit further back in the pack, but down into turn number 1. Field working its way through. Oh, another driver's lost a wheel. You can't go on the outside like that. You try to run the outside, drop a wheel, and you are off track. And a couple drivers, I believe, kicking up some dust on the outside of turn number 1, back to 2. I believe Elkin is through as the leader. Got a good run up the straightaway, parked himself on Ribeiro's gearbox, and a good run out of that corner. So Ariel Elkin, who won both races at Barber Motorsports Park, now into the lead. Shot as they work their way up now through the 7-8-9 combination. Back down the hill. Very quick turn number 10, the left-hand south bend. Back over to the famous and iconic Oak Tree right-hander. Turn 11 and 12. Got to rotate that car. Got to get on the power early. Big, long run down to turn number 14. A little bit of a lead here for Elkin. Good jump. Probably 6 car lengths. You can see Ribeiro try to leverage that long draft. The draft is worth almost a second here at this track. You can see Ribeiro closing back up as they come in to the left-hander into turn 14. From there, tough corner, 15, 16 down the hill. Got to hit those apexes. If you get late early, man, you spend the rest of the time trying to catch up to a certain extent. Oh, there's Ribeiro off. He has dropped the wheel. Ribeiro can't make the corner. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Look at him trying to get back on the racetrack. He has lost a ton of time. Inter MS now run 1-2 up front. Elkin and then Sharipa. Jack Jeffers now up into third spot. Jeffers defends to the inside a little bit. Big side-by-side racing right behind him as he's got Sebastian Weldon right there in the gearbox. He thinks to the inside. Weldon's going to put it to the inside. They'll go side by side, and he's through. Weldon goes to third. Jeffers now into fourth. Jeffers defended down into turn number 1. Weldon took the outside run and got a big over-under essentially on him. Jeffers probably didn't need to defend down the inside, but he did, but still holding on to P4. Inter MS runs 1-2. They were very strong at Barber Motorsports Park. First and third, I believe, both races that weekend. Augusto Soto Sharipo's third both races. Elkin was able to win both races. Jack Jeffers second in race 1. Sebastian Weldon second in race 2. So the Inter MS crew kind of picking up where they left off in Alabama. Looks like live time maybe just coming up for those of you watching on the app or potentially on usfjuniors.com. So I believe, yeah, here we go. It's finally rolling. Yeah, we're rolling here right now. Driver who had an issue on the opening lap, I believe, Michael Succo or Brady Golan. Either of those two drivers. Golan's a lap back, so they may have brought him in and got him going. Michael Succo, I don't see him having put a lap down. Elkin, Soto Sharipa, Jeffers, Weldon, and Max Taylor top 5. We talked about the fact that Weldon had gone into third, so move him up to third. Jeffers back to fourth. McNeely in 6th spot now. Timothy Carell in 7th, G3 Argyros in 8th, Leonardo Scorpioni 9th, and Joshua Leonel. Rounding out the top 10, a Leonel winner here last year in Skip Barber action. Oh, they're nose to tail. Look at this action. This is the top 10. Man, oh, and there's a big battle. Weldon locks it up a little bit. Jeffers on the inside. McNeely trying to go to the outside of Jeffers. Jeffers got caught up behind Weldon on the inside. I think McNeely's going to make it stick. That's a big move for McNeely. He'll make a move into the spot. Jeffers, who was down the bottom of the racetrack, trying to see if he couldn't press Weldon into a mistake, leaves the outside line because he didn't want to open up the inside, left the outside, and McNeely drove around the outside. That's one of the things you can do in turn number 1 here at this racetrack, is if a driver does defend big time to the inside and has to get checked up at all, you can run the outside line and get a lot of grip on the outside, provided, of course, you don't drop the left side wheels off. We've seen that a couple of times, but it is an opportunity there. Jeffers falling back just a little bit here, now potentially into the clutches of Max Taylor. That is 4th, 5th, and 6th. McNeely, Jeffers, and Taylor. Early running here, though. Remember, 15-lap race, 40-minute window. Long race for these drivers. So settle in. Elkinen, Soto, Sharipa, the Inter-MS drivers, trying to check out, but not done that yet. Weldon back up on the wheel. Point leader, trying to see if he can't minimize the damage here right now. With a win, Elkinen, I believe, would take over the point lead. Got that pole position bonus, so it's already down to 6 points between first and second. Oh, look at this. First, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth, ninth. Elkin, Soto Sharipa, Weldon, McNeely, Jeffers, Taylor, Carell, Argyros, Scorpioni. Then back to Lionel in 10th. Remember, too, only 2 sets of new tires for 3 races, so that's a bit of a strategy play as well. Taylor looking to try to go to the outside of Jeffers. Not going to happen this time. The 2 Inter-MS cars out comfortably, but here comes the VRD Racing machine of Weldon and the J. Howard Driver Development Tatus of Liam McNeely. McNeely 3rd place in points, 29 points behind Weldon. Top 5 in all but 1 race. He's the one that got into the back of Jeffers in turn number 5 on the opening circuit of race number 2 at Barber. Jeffers went a lap down, finished 19th. Damage for McNeely sent him to the paddock. So bounce back for both of these drivers from race number 2 at Barber. Both running now in the top 5. Elkin looking good. Fastest lap belongs to Neely right now, 101.761 mile per hour. Fast lap, I think, we're looking at a 155.6. Yeah, 155.683. Argyros, Scorpioni all in the 55s as well. Everybody high 155s. Jeffers' best lap of 156.2. They need to find a little more speed out of that exclusive Autosport machine. His teammates currently running in 11th and 12th, Anthony Martella and Joao Vergara. Oh, there's a big move to the inside, almost off the racetrack. That was Weldon. He threw it to the inside, went 4 wheels off. McNeely gets by, Weldon back to 4th. Taylor has been able to get by Jeffers as well, and Argyros and Scorpioni there now. So that was a big move there to the, I want to say turn 15, coming out of 14 down the hill. Weldon overcooked it. You wonder whether on any damage to the car at all. Soto Sharipa's going on the defensive now. McNeely's going to try the outside run on him. We've seen this before. All the way around. Oh, he gets it done already. Book it. McNeely to 2nd. Liam McNeely to P2. Weldon's going to look to the inside of Soto Sharipa now. Timothy Carell, 8th as a Scorpioni, and the Zanello Racing Machines got by. Move a Scorpioni up there to 8th spot. Carell in 9th. Out of 5. Big run down that first of 2 long straightaways between Oak Tree. Elkin had a lead of 1.1 seconds last time by, as really it's been Soto Sharipa on the defensive right now. McNeely able to get by him back there in turn number 1. Weldon aggressive. Number 18 of Brady Golan in and out of the pits. don't know whether or not he's going to go back on track or potentially into the paddock, but he rolled by me here on pit lane. Currently 22nd, only got 4 laps in, so some issues for Brady Golan. Qualified 15th for race 1, but an issue there. Anthony Martella now up into 10th spot, able to get by both Vergara and Lionel. Not sure what happened there. Ooh, driver's tossing it around a little bit. No, here's Jeffers trying to make a move to the inside now. Oh, this is a big battle. In fact, that's not Jeffers. That's Soto Sharipa going backwards. Jeffers now on him. Taylor got by. Soto Sharipa's gone back a couple of spots. McNeely second. Third is Weldon. Fourth is Taylor. Soto Sharipa going to try the outside. Jack Jeffers going to play this correctly. He's right behind him. Same goes with G3 Argyros. Don't make any mistakes here. These guys up front battling big time. You may be able to walk away with a nice finish here. Soto Sharipa, who ran second, didn't like being that far back. Oh, he goes by. Argyros now to the inside of Jeffers. Argyros trying to complete the pass on Jeffers. Not quite. Jeffers comes across the bow from right to left. So indeed, scrapping here outside the top 5. Actually, just inside and outside the top 5 with Soto Sharipa. Taylor, those move forward. Max Taylor started 6th, now 4th. Remember, 4th place in points coming in. Couple of podiums. Has not yet won this year in USF Juniors. Did get a victory in USF 2000. I think I spoke incorrectly earlier on. A winner at Indianapolis in USF 2000 for Max Taylor. Strong as well. Victory, I think, at Road America. So wins are coming, just not in this particular category because it is unbelievably competitive right now in USF Juniors. So many great young drivers at the first step here of the ladder. Of course, coming off that great weekend at Road America for USF 2000. Man, we had some wild races. Max Garcia winning, or rather Sam Corey winning the first one. Max Taylor winning the second one. So Taylor, oh, there's side-by-side racing again. Another driver up and over the curb. Was that Jeffers that got up on the curb there? I think it may have been. He's hustling that machine around. Now the battle there between Argyros, a Scorpione, and Carell. Oh, Jeffers tossed her hardcore into turn number 15. All sorts of ugly, but was able to bring it back in. Nine laps down, 6 to go. Elkin, McNeely, Weldon, Taylor, Soto Sharipa top 5. Jeffers 6th. Argyros 7th. Scorpione 8th. Carell 9th. And Martella up into 10th. Yeah, Martella comfortably in the 10th spot. Vergara 11th. Lionel 12th. See some dust up further back. Great racing all the way through the field. Juncos, Cameron, Ingrata. All essentially nose to tail. They're only about a second behind Lionel. A lot of great racing all the way through the field, but Elkin continues to lead. At lap 9, leading early, there's another bonus point likely for Ariel Elkin. Bonus point for the pole, plus $500 from Continental Tire. Bonus point for most laps led. Fast lap so far, Liam McNeely at 155.003. No driver into the 154s yet. It's one of those tracks where if you got a hot rod, you're good. Just keep driving up front. But if it's not great, you do the best you can. Leverage the draft. Try to keep yourself in the conversation. Look at this. We have a pass for the lead potentially at the end of the straightaway there into turn 14. Do we? I don't think it was quite done. No. But it's getting a little more aggressive, isn't it? And here comes Taylor in the 33. Remember, Taylor led late in the race last year. It went off in 17. He's a much more mature driver here this year. Well, 2 wins in USF 2000, no doubt giving him confidence back here in USF Juniors. Trying to eat him up there. Soto Sharipa. Big gap back now to Jack Jeffers, who's ahead of G3 Argyros. Jeffers 2.7 seconds behind Soto Sharipa. Lost 0.7 of a second that last lap, I think. No, let's go. Yeah, actually lost a full second on that last lap, scrapping it out with Argyros. There's the driver who's gone off there. That's the number 9. Or was that the number 8? I don't want to jump the gun. The numbers are obviously sequential at Jay Howard. And I don't want to say who that may have been. It might have been Carell. Not quite sure. Or maybe Boyadzis. That's a possibility. I don't think it was the leader or the second place runner, Liam McNeely. Those cars obviously with the similar trademark livery. I think that's the battle potentially there for the lead. Top 3 drivers nose to tail. I wonder whether it may have been McNeely. I don't know. We'll see when they come back around. Hard to see, of course, with a drone shot. Good look at the overall track here. You can see the squared off nature of Oak Tree, the 9-10 combination leading back onto the straightaway. He's got 4 drivers in the lead group when we had 5 last time by. It may have been McNeely. I'll try to find out when they come back through. But look at this battle up front. If it was McNeely, this is Weldon now going after Elkin. Still 5 laps remaining. In fact, when they get back to the stripe, it'll be 4 to go. 15 minutes remaining. Oh, drivers go all the way off. That is Elkin. I believe Elkin all the way off the racetrack in turn number 14. He'll come right back on in front of Jeffers. Jeffers trying to go back down the inside. Remember, those tires are going to be dirty for Elkin. And Argyros right up there as well. Argyros going side by side. Elkin lost all the drive. Let's see as they come down the front straightaway here. Argyros to the inside. Argyros is looking to try to take advantage of this. So is Jeffers. There's the battle right now for the lead. I believe Max Taylor's gone to the lead. Taylor now to P1. Jeffers working on Elkin. Max Taylor the leader. Weldon runs second. Soto Sharipa up into third as Elkin went off at the end of the back chute. Now, as I had said, Weldon was side by side, looked like he was side by side with it. I wonder if there was contact up in that corner. We don't have a good camera there. I know Race Control does. I wish I could have looked over at that. Another driver, I think, just gone off the racetrack. Coming out of turn number 5, we have a driver into the tire barriers on the outside of turn number 6. You see that driver there off into the side. 11 laps down. When they come back around, it'll be lap number 12. They're going to let them race a bit, as they always do here. We will go yellow with that driver off. No doubt about that to me, but indeed, I have not seen the yellow yet. We're still green. That's Weldon, I believe, folks. I think that may be Sebastian Weldon. Hard to pick that up. It may be Weldon off over in turn number. They were battling hard. That's Weldon, I think, off in turn number 6. Slid off the track on the grass. Parallel to the tires. I don't think the contact was heavy. Full course yellow indeed on the racetrack. Full course yellow. Let's stack them and repack them. I don't know, unless we go red, I don't know that we go back to green flag racing here. Pace car waiting at the side. They're going to roll right through here. The pace car has not yet deployed. I think they're waiting for the final couple of cars to come through. So no pace car out there in front yet, but we do have a full course yellow. So pace car now deploying. Taylor, Soto Sharipa, Elkin now third, Jeffers fourth, Argyros fifth, Scorpione sixth, Carell seventh, Ribeiro eighth, Martella ninth, and Liam McNeely, who indeed was the driver who went off. I didn't think it was him. It was McNeely from second. And now Weldon, 19th. I've told people this time and time again. You literally don't know what can happen in a championship like this. They're racing so hard up front. And this is going to drop him down the field. This is going to shake things up big time in the championship battle. I'll tell you that right now. Team coming in quickly with the tow truck. Front wing damage. They'll pull that off. They'll see if they can't get this car up quickly. Lap 12 in the books. They're going to go to work trying to get this thing through. They'll get the bar through the roll hoop, get her locked down. Weldon's going to hop in. So Max Taylor, big move to get back. How Soto Sharipa finds himself back up here in a second. Elkin goes off while leading. I don't know whether or not there was contact between he and Weldon over in turn 14 and 15, but he went shooting off the racetrack. Did we have contact up front with Taylor and Soto Sharipa for this, or was the potential contact? I don't see a broken suspension piece. I wonder, of course, if there was contact between he and Elkin. Did something finally let go on that car spinning coming off of turn number 6? But no. I don't see anything from where I am here. And I don't think we got a good look at the drivers as they were coming out of 5 over to 6. They've done a great job to get this thing locked up quickly. When they come, we may get one more lap. Look at this. Excellent job by the crew to get things back underway here. And as you know, when it comes to the USF Pro Championships, they'll do whatever they can to get us back to green. Crawling down the back straightaway right now. If they can get these vehicles behind the wall somewhere, we may be able to go back to green this time by. Otherwise, one more, but we're going to, I think, get one more lap here. This is going to be a final lap, one lap dash, potentially, because there is quite a ways to go here now. It all depends on where they can get this crew to. Is there a place that we can get off the racetrack to try to get this thing back to green when they come back around? It's going to be 2 laps or 1 lap. Taylor, Soto Sharipa, Elkin, 1, 2, 3. Jeffers and Argyros, 4, 5. A Scorpione up to 6th. Scorpione started 11th. He's up to P5. Now, light's still on the pace car, so we're not going to go green this time by, I don't believe. So, indeed, one more lap around, so we'll call it a 1-lap fight for the race win in the front end of a triple header here for USF Juniors. We're going to go green this time by, folks. I'm being told green this time by. Pace car jumps on it, hops in, and we're going racing, folks. Here we go. Green, white checker. Down the front straightaway. We are underway. Argyros trying the outside of Jeffers. That's for P4. He'll tuck back in wisely. Oh, hold on. Again, if you're Jeffers, Argyros, a Scorpione, hang out for a second because it's going to get ugly up front. These guys are going to be aggressive. You know they are. Do you try to get in the middle of the fight, or do you wait to see what happens? Reactive or proactive? Coming out of turn number 4 now. Over to 5, 6. And they're rolling down the back straightaway. Remember, 2 wins already on the season for Max Taylor. He knows what it's like to put the VRD number 33 in victory lane. Does he do it here again today? His first win in USF Juniors on the year. Leapfrog him up into the championship fight. Because as we know, Weldon's fallen down big time. Right on him right now is Soto Sharipa. Has not yet won either. His teammate Elkin scored both wins at Barber. Jeffers and Argyros there as well. Oh, man. In your mind here now, of course, these drivers hitting every apex, right? Every entry, apex, exit, trying to do everything they can, maximize. But at the same time, they're strategizing. Where do I need to be? Where am I better than the guy in front of me? Maybe they went to school the last couple laps. Hey, I'm better here. I get a better run here. I can dive here. They have to be calling the strategy as they go. And I believe Soto Sharipa, I think, to the inside over in 14. We'll pick him up coming out of the corner. Back down the hill. No, it's still Taylor. Jeffers there, P4. So it's, again, Taylor, Soto Sharipa, Elkin, and Jeffers. They are essentially Taylor and Jeffers bookending the 2 interim S cars. One driver off, that's, I believe, maybe a Scorpione, at least one of the Zanella cars, I think, off. Jeffers is going to the outside. Oh, full course. White flag flying, yellow flag, and that will end it. I don't know why we have the yellow flag flying, but yellow at start finish, and that will end the race, yellow and white. Something happened in turn number 10, and being told, folks. Sounds like the car 16 in turn number 10. Bruno Ribeiro, the pole sitter, who was trying to fight his way back forward. He was 7th, and he is off potentially in turn number 10. That is South Bend. I talked about that downhill left-hander leading to Oak Tree. Fast corner. So Taylor's going to get the win. Soto Sharipa in second. Jeffers ends up in third at the line, but it was a yellow flag. I don't know if he had the spot coming to the flag, so we'll have to get a confirmation whether it's going to be Jeffers or Elkin in third and fourth. Argyros fifth, Carell sixth. Ribeiro's going to fall down the order. Remember, they're going to come back around here. I'm sure Race Control having a look at the video to find out whether or not Jeffers got the pass done before the yellow flag was displayed. Sorry, not the 16, the 20. So all you Bruno Ribeiro fans back in Brazil, it's actually the 20. I was giving wrong info. So Bruno holding on to his spot in seventh. It was actually car 20, Rodrigo Gonzalez, Ribeiro's D-Force teammate, part of the D-Force driver development team. He's gone off, got Rodrigo Gonzalez. So, yeah, if you're, because you probably couldn't see it here on the broadcast, but if you're a Bruno fan, he's okay. He's seventh. At least that's where he is last time by. So, Bruno had gone off early, fighting his way back up to seventh spot. They will come back across the line here, and I know Race Control, as I said, likely looking at the Jack Jeffers pass on Ariel Elkin. He had a run to the outside coming up to start finish, but where was the yellow flag? Did they revert back a lap? I don't know yet. Taylor, Soto Sharipa, Jeffers, Elkin, Argyros as they cross the line. Carell, Ribeiro, McNeely, Vergara, and Martella. So just as they run here, let's just talk about the championship. Taylor is fourth coming in. He's going to jump. He's going to have at least 122 points. He's moving up. Weldon finishes back in 21st. That's a hit. Elkin in third or fourth. Being told potentially that Elkin around Jeffers, which does not surprise me. They made the run down the front straightaway on the as the yellow flag came out. I'm sure they looked at the timing of the yellow and where they were on track at that point. So Inter MS is going to go 1-2. Jeffers is going to end up in third. Or fourth, rather. Jeffers will be fourth, right where he started, but a lot of action there. So, indeed, so Elkin's going to get third. He was second coming in, so very likely he will take over the point lead unofficially. McNeely finishes down in eighth spot. Taylor with the win. Soto Sharipa was second. He's going to jump up. Jeffers is going to move up as well. It's all really going to tighten, to be honest. Things are getting a lot tighter up front. Leandro Juncos came in here in seventh in points. He finishes 16th, so not a good one for him. Aiden Ingrata, 13th, so not a big improvement for him. Joao Vergara in ninth. That'll help him a bit. He may jump ahead. Well, he'll definitely jump ahead of Cooley. Will jump ahead probably of Ingrata as well. Yeah, top 10's going to shake up a little bit for sure. So, indeed, Elkin moved back in front of Jack Jeffers. Pass was not done by the time the yellow flag came out. So, Taylor, Soto Sharipa, Elkin, Jeffers, and Argyros, top five. Carell, sixth. Ribeiro, seventh. McNeely, eighth. Vergara, ninth. And Martella in 10th spot. Action for the final race of the day here at VIR. Wow. We'll let these drivers work their way back around, and we'll head down to Victory Lane to celebrate with the top three. Remember, folks, back tomorrow morning, 10 a.m. Eastern Time for race number 2, 1:25 p.m. Race number 3, back into the triple header. This is only going to take us to the halfway point of the season. That's the wild thing. Double header at Mid-Ohio, triple header at Road America, triple header at Portland. 8 more races still to go after this weekend. We're only to the halfway point. But it's going to be a big win here for Max Taylor, his first here in USF Juniors competition. He wins at Indianapolis in USF 2000. He wins then at Road America in USF 2000. Now a winner here at VIR in a USF Juniors competition. Taylor, who started sixth, really kind of worked his way forward, leveraged those yellows, was able to make some moves, a couple outside passes, and then with Weldon battling it out with Elkin. Shota Sharipa had an issue, and Taylor taking full advantage of that to grab a lead. That's going to help him in points. Again, as I said before, coming in 38 points behind. It's not going to be that much of a swing, but he's going to at least split the difference on Weldon, if not more. He does get fast lap of the race bonus as well, 154.902. The only other driver to go 154 was Bruno Ribeiro, 154.933. So Ribeiro, although he started on the pole, gets that bonus point, ends up in 7th. Still good points for Ribeiro, who's 13th coming in here. I would expect he will move up potentially into the top 10. 10th or 11th, I think, is where Ribeiro will end up after this race. Again, unofficial math, my guy who's not very good at math. So take it for what it is. 154.902, average speed 102.453 miles per hour. Max Taylor in the number 33 for VRD getting the win. Out of Hoboken, New Jersey for VRD, Taylor in the pink ETF Susan G. Komen Foundation machine. Third win in a couple of months. May and June have been good for this kid. Again, big run for Soto Sharipa as well. Ariel Elkin. It'll allow him to jump up a little closer. It's not like he was back quite a way for Soto Sharipa. That DNS in the opening round, they had a mechanical failure. Couldn't get the thing to fire and go in the opening race of the year. So really down a full event points. I think he'll still be in the top 5. But everybody tightening up on Sebastian Weldon, as I said. It was Leonardo Scorpioni who was right there, I believe, in I want to say like 6th or 7th, who went off in turn number 14. I don't know if he was helped off or not, but off track and fell back to 19th. But nonetheless, another good showing for a Scorpioni on pace purely. Drivers will work their way off the pit lane, over to victory lane, and here comes the 33, Max Taylor. Big victory for the VRD driver. His teammate, Sebastian Weldon, finished all the way down in 21st, blowing things wide open. He's done this before, twice on the season for Max Taylor. A big victory for him here today. Going to the team, going to Dad. Great stuff for Taylor. Dad's like, hey, I'll take a little bit of that. Good job for Max. Gusto Soto Sharipa, folks, in second. Ariel Elkin third. Here's Dan Mitchell, the team owner, coming in as well. Jack Jeffers and G3 Argyros. I think that might be the best finish for G3 on the year as well. Yes, 7th was his best finish. Before that, 5th for the youngster out of California. Folks, stay with us. A couple of quick commercials. I'm going to head down to Victory Lane. Time to pass out some hardware. Round number 1 of USF Juniors here at VIR.
You can feel confident Continental is the smart choice in tires.
And they handle extremes?
Yep. Tested from the Texas desert to near the Arctic Circle.
Really?
Really.
Anything for the guy who finds that one pothole?
Yeah, road hazard coverage has your back.
For real?
Absolutely.
Were they made by like a bajillion engineers?
Well, closer to 100. Continental. Welcome to the smart choice in tires.
fresh start. It's a career's on the line. It's a great chapter. I think everybody's goal is to win my life.
All this year is playing do it together, making a good championship season out of it.
The reason to keep me alive and the reason to keep me pushing.
I mean, a lot since I can keep going up the ladder.
All those champions and wanting to become part of that
list. The drivers are racing aggressive with me, I'll race aggressive with them.
The scholarship is incredibly important. It's obviously the goal for every driver.
I'm going to rewrite what happened last year in terms of that rivalry with him getting the best of me.
When you win a race, it's the best feeling ever. The field is stacked.
Hopefully this year we can have good luck.
Having scholarship money to move up next year is really all I'm aiming for.
You can feel confident Continental is the smart choice in tires.
Can they handle extremes?
Yep. Tested from the Texas desert to near the Arctic Circle.
Really?
Really.
Anything for the guy who finds that one pothole?
Yeah, road hazard coverage has your back.
For real?
Absolutely.
Were they made by like a bajillion engineers?
Well, closer to 100. Continental. Welcome to the smart choice in tires.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back here to Victory Lane as we cap off the broadcast for race number 1 of USF Juniors here as part of the Continental Tire VIR Grand Prix. Let's bring the drivers in who were able to get their way into the top 3 today in a wild battle here. Finishing in 3rd spot for Inter-MS, Ariel Elkin, P3. We've got Justice Jennings here with IndyCar Ministry, going to help me out, pass out some hardware. Thank you so much, Justice. Great job for Ariel. What a wild one that was up front. Ariel will very likely take the point lead here with that solid finish. Great job, and Justice, thank you very much. You're going to have the second place trophy too, Justice. I love that. Finishing in second, it was an Inter-MS 2-3, Augusto Soto Sharipa. Finishing in second. Fighting his way back after falling backwards. Justice, take him that hardware. 3rd place in both races at Barber for Augie. He comes here with a second, working his way up in the championship as well. Much tighter on top. One more position on the podium. Justice will come down. Let's bring the victor in here right now. Justice is going to help again. Folks, the winner today for VRD Racing, Max Taylor! We'll take his trophy up here first. Justice will hook him up, then I'll have a quick chat here with Max. Get a shot there, Justice, with Max Taylor. Come on down here, Justice. Great stuff. Sorry, guys. Well, the wins keep coming, Max. We did this at Indianapolis. We do it at Road America, here at VIR right now. Talk about that race. That was wild out there.
Yeah, I mean, it was definitely all about patience for me, just letting the race come to me. I got my elbows out when I needed to and got a bit lucky with the track position, but I couldn't have done it without my team. We're on a roll right now. I'm really happy with us. It
seems like you had to react a bit. There was a lot of action happening, but you were always in the right place at the right time. That might not have happened last year. Patience has really been, I think, a big thing for you here in 2024.
Yeah, for sure. It's that growth and that maturity that was ultimately able for me to get this win today. But, yeah, I've learned so much with this team. They're amazing.
Anybody else you want to thank?
I want to thank my parents, all my sponsors, Susan G. Komen, Simplify, Hedgeye, all of these guys that support me. Of course, my parents and all my family who came out here.
Well done.
Thank you very much.
Max Taylor, folks, with the win there, as we said. Big job for him today. Closing up in the championship as well with the issue for Sebastian Weldon. A couple of drivers up front in the points had some trouble. Ariel Elkin will move unofficially into the point lead here, heading to 2 races tomorrow. And again, as I said, we only go to the halfway point in the program here after this weekend. Still lots of racing to go at Mid-Ohio, Road America, and Portland. But it is 3 wins in a couple of months here for Max Taylor. 2 victories in USF 2000. He gets his first of the season here in USF Juniors. Great job. And as he said, patience really paid off for him. Guys, drop those trophies. Let's get that champagne flying. Let's enjoy race number 1. Champagne sprays. Big win for Max Taylor. Augusto Soto Sharipa in second. Ariel Elkin, your new point leader in USF Juniors in third. Thank you so much, folks, for tuning into the broadcast. 10 o'clock tomorrow morning, race number 2. And again, folks, looking forward to all of it. Thank you so much for tuning in. On behalf of Anderson Promotions and Continental Tire, my name's Rob Howden. Bye for now.